Everyone's flooding Hailey Bieber's comment section right now, screaming for her to divorce Justin. It's wild out here. The way people are switching sides left and right, it's actually insane. But wait till you hear about this major deal Hailey just locked in. That's where things really get interesting. And we're not stopping there. Taylor Swift just dropped some major heat too. She's officially bought back her music catalog. Yep, the same one Scooter Braun took control of. We're breaking that all down. Then we've got Sydney Sweeney out here selling her bathwater. Yeah, seriously. And Alix Earle finally responding to all the chaos surrounding her podcast. There's a lot to get into. This week has been straight up unreal. Let's just dive right in. I mean, Taylor buying back her entire catalog? That was a power move nobody saw coming. What makes this even crazier is that just last Monday, Swifties were convinced she was about to drop Reputation, Taylor's version. Everyone thought it was go time. But then boom, Taylor hops on Instagram and her website announcing she bought back her catalog instead. Total plot twist. And get this, she even admitted that she hasn't finished recording Reputation, Taylor's version. Yet, fans were sure it was dropping soon, but turns out it's not even done. Like, how did we all miss that? Taylor just confirmed she did finish recording her debut album, Taylor's version, and she's down to release it if the fans want it. Like, girl, of course we do. Not only that, but she's also willing to drop those unreleased vault tracks from the Reputation era, the ones we've never heard before. And let's be real, we are dying to hear those. She broke the news on Instagram, posting a cryptic message that said, "You belong with me, a letter on my site." Then fans rushed to her website and boom, there was this super emotional letter laying everything out. She thanked everyone who stood by her and helped her make this happen. And then she dropped the mic with, "All of the music I've ever made now belongs to me. All my music videos, all the concert films, the album art, the photography, the unreleased songs, the memories, the magic, the madness, every single era. My entire life's work." That hit hard. She even talked about Reputation, Taylor's version, in the letter, saying she tried to re-record that era, but it was just way too personal and heavy. It sounds like she doesn't even feel the need to drop it anymore. But fans are begging for those vault songs. Don't hold out on us, Taylor. And hey, at least we're getting debut TV. That's a win. I'm hyped to finally stream Better Than Revenge with those original spicy lyrics. Don't lie, that track goes off. And while Haunted, Taylor's version, was cool and all, the original still hits different. Nothing tops that raw energy. Anyway, that's the scoop on Taylor Swift this week, but let's switch gears because we need to talk about Sydney Sweeney. Like, what is even going on? When I first heard this, I was sure it had to be fake. Clickbait! A troll! No way was Sydney Sweeney actually out here selling her bathwater. But guess what? It's real. This week, she dropped an Instagram collab post with Dr. Squatch, and the caption had everyone in shock. She said, "You kept asking about my bathwater after the doctor. Squatch ad, so we kept it." Then, she introduced Sydney's Bathwater Bliss, a soap made with her actual bathwater. Yep, for real. Launching June 6th. Like, what? Apparently, they're only making 5,000 bars of this limited edition soap. So yeah, super exclusive. Only a handful of people will get their hands on Sydney's literal bathwater in soap form. She even joked about it, like there's only so many baths she can take. No lies there. Now, obviously, this is going to be sanitized and all that before being sold. They're not just bottling up dirty bathwater and throwing it in a box. It's an actual product. But still, the whole idea feels like a fever dream. It sounds like one of those April Fool's pranks. But nope, it's 100% happening. There's even a whole ad for it. And yep, Sydney's totally leaning into it. Reactions online have been everywhere. Some people are hyped, some are confused, and others are straight up concerned. One fan said, "Sydney, honey, I love you, but I don't know about this." And honestly, same. No, wait, this is actually real? Like, wow, humanity might be down bad right now. Let's be serious for a second. This is getting ridiculous. Girl, your bills cannot be that high. The only thing that makes sense here is that Sydney's cashing a massive check for this whole stunt. Now, shifting from bathwater to behind-the-scenes drama, there's another hot story, and it's all about Alix Earle. Yup, she's finally speaking out about all the mess around her podcast situation. If you don't remember, Alix had a podcast under the Unwell Network. That's Alex Cooper's podcast empire, and hers was called Hot Mess. Well, turns out the name wasn't just cute branding, it was basically a preview of the chaos that was coming. Things blew up when it became clear that Alix was stepping away from the Unwell Network. From there, it all spiraled. Fans were confused, speculation started flying, and honestly, everything around it looked like one giant meltdown. But now, Alix is back in the spotlight. She's been booked and busy, just got announced for Dancing with the Stars, did a press run, and even popped up as a presenter at the American Music Awards. During all that, Variety sat down with her and straight up asked about the podcast situation. She spilled a little tea, saying it was tough trying to get the rights to her own show. The IP drama was real. And that's interesting because when news first broke that she was leaving Unwell and ditching the podcast, fans were asking the same thing. Wait, did Alix just walk away from everything without locking down her show? Sounds like there was way more going on behind the scenes than anyone knew. People thought Alix Earle got to keep her podcast IP, like the name and all, but she was quick to shut that all the way down. She jumped in with, "Hi, I see your comments." Alix not being able to podcast has nothing to do with Unwell. And then she added something super interesting. Unwell gave her everything back. She said she owns her IP and even tagged Dave Portnoy, saying she learned from the best. That was a big nod to the whole Call Her Daddy saga, where Dave made sure Alex Cooper held on to her rights after her own messy split. So the idea was, if Dave had anything to do with this setup, no way would Alix Earle get done dirty. But in that interview Alix just did, things didn't seem quite so chill. She hinted that there was a struggle to get her IP back, and when asked about it, her response was low-key awkward. She said, it's not something I really want to comment on at the moment, but yeah, a little bit of a hot mess, but always am. So that definitely sounded like there's more tea behind the scenes she's not ready to spill yet.
I know you've said in interviews that it was a little bit of a hot mess getting the IP back. What did you have to do to get through that? How hard was it?
It's not something I really want to comment on at the moment, but yeah, a little bit of a hot mess, but always am.
I'm excited to see what's next.
For now, what we do know is that the podcast's off the table. Alix is not bringing it back, at least not anytime soon. Instead, she's been focused on vlogging over on YouTube. But now, let's talk about Hailey Bieber, because that situation, it's spiraling fast. The vibe this week is completely different, especially after the bombshell she just dropped. This week, Hailey Bieber shocked the internet with a major boss move. She sold her skincare brand Rhode to ELF Beauty in a massive deal that could hit up to $1 billion. Like, billion with a B. No one saw that coming. According to ELF, the deal includes $800 million being handed over at closing, part cash, part stock, and there's a possible $200 million more on the table if Rhode hits certain growth targets over the next 3 years. That's a crazy bag. Rhode only launched in 2022, and it's already pulling in serious numbers. $212 million in net sales in just the last 12 months, ending March 31st, 2025. Insane! But Hailey's not walking away. Nope, she's still riding with the brand. She's staying on as the chief creative officer and head of innovation, which means she'll still be calling the shots when it comes to product drops and marketing moves. Plus, she's also stepping into a new role as a strategic advisor for ELF Beauty. So yeah, she's still running the game. Oh, and this comes right after Rhode announced it's expanding into Sephora stores all across North America and the UK by the end of this year. So the timing of this deal? Kinda perfect. Hailey posted the news on Instagram with a glam shot of herself and wrote, "When I launched Rhode in 2022, I always had big dreams for the company. And the most important thing to me is to keep bringing Rhode to more spaces, places, and faces globally." She's making global moves now. Hailey dropped a message today that had everyone talking. She said, I'm incredibly excited and proud to announce that we are partnering with ELF Beauty as we step into this next chapter in the world of Rhode. She talked about finding a partner that matches her energy. Someone who gets her vision, values bold ideas, and is all about pushing boundaries. That's how she sees ELF, and now they're teaming up to take Rhode to the next level. Hailey made it clear she's not just coasting, she's stepping all the way up, taking on an even bigger role as Chief Creative Officer and Head of Innovation at Rhode, while also serving as a strategic advisor to ELF Beauty. She gave a shout out to her team, saying she couldn't have built Rhode without them, and showed love to the Rhode community for riding with her. She ended it with, "This next chapter is going to be even more incredible." As I've said, this is only the beginning. But the real plot twist? The internet flipped the whole script after this news dropped. Now people are hyping Hailey up and straight up telling her to divorce Justin Bieber. They're saying she'd be way more of an it girl icon without him. That's a serious 180 from the usual hate, where people were calling her the clout chaser, saying she married him for fame and money. Now, it's a whole different vibe. People online are saying things like, "Baby, divorce, go be free." And Hailey would low-key be iconic for divorcing Justin Bieber. Like, imagine that. The internet really switched up quick. And now they're rooting for her. Divorce him so we can all celebrate your wins. That's what people are flooding the comments with right now. The internet's got jokes, but also a lot of people sound dead serious. One person wrote, "I don't like Hailey Bieber, but I love Hailey Baldwin. Batty, please leave this man." Another said, "She's not Hailey Bieber, she's Hailey Bald to win now. Leave him and enjoy being a billionaire." People are really out here rebranding her already. And honestly, it's wild. Not long ago, the whole vibe online was telling Justin to leave her. She was getting dragged nonstop, accused of clout chasing, marrying for the name, all of it. But now, the comments flipped hard, and suddenly people are Team Hailey. Even though things are tense in the comments, Justin did show some love. He posted a pic of Hailey to his page after the Rhode sale was announced, and even reposted her original caption. So yeah, he tried to play the supportive husband role. But people weren't buying it, mainly because just days earlier, Justin popped up on stage with SZA during her grand national tour. The two of them performed Snooze together, and mid-performance, Justin kissed her hand. Fans went crazy online after that, dragging him for embarrassing Hailey again. They were like, "Why is he always doing this?" And, "Does he even like his wife?" People were legit calling him out, saying he treats Hailey like a joke while she's out here building a billion-dollar empire. There were clips of Hailey in the crowd during that SZA performance, filming Justin and looking totally unbothered, chill even, and yeah, maybe everything's all good behind the scenes. Like, SZA is probably backstage being like, "Hailey girl, I love you." So no drama there. But still, this just keeps adding fuel to the ongoing chatter. People stayed judging Hailey and Justin's relationship, and moments like this, Justin going on stage, all affectionate with another woman in front of the world, it just keeps the narrative alive that he's not happy with Hailey. Whether it's true or not, the optics are messy. Like, if your wife's always getting hate online, being called a clout chaser, people saying you're miserable with her, why would you keep doing things that look shady? Even if it's harmless, you'd think he'd be more careful with how things come off. But nope, he just keeps giving the internet more to talk about. Anyway, that's where things stand with Justin and Hailey. People are still telling her to leave him and live her billionaire life solo. Now we want to hear your take on all this. What do you think about Hailey and Justin? Should she actually dip? What's your take on Alix Earle's podcast mess, Sydney Sweeney's wild soap move, and Taylor Swift buying back her entire music empire? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to NoFilter, hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you guys!